Dear Mama, we are caring, organizing, managing, and nurturing every single day. Children, family, pets, vision, career, business, home, all every day. And yet beneath all our high-level output, there is so often this constant and undercurrent feeling of being scattered, overextended, and running on empty. But somehow we also know that deep down something is wrong, that we are meant for far more than just merely existing, enduring, or surviving. We are meant, we know, to feel truly alive, to laugh, to enjoy, and above all, to have time with our children and to love them freely. If you feel this constant noise and exhaustion, hear me clearly. This is not a flaw in your competence as a mother. It is a sign that you have fallen into the startled chicken trap, a strategy used to keep a target that is inherently powerful yet does not know it, controlled and submissive. Now, what is this startled chicken trap? It is the state where a woman and mother is fundamentally devaluated in her natural immense female and maternal competence, yet forced to use that immense executive competence purely to satisfy societal expectations instead of creating a nourishing, stable, child-oriented life. The startled chicken trap is when a mother runs endlessly after the next task, the next scheduled conflict, the next demand, chasing all kinds of different things that never actually satisfy her. It's when the daily life of a mother is a mirror of what the outer world dictates her to have as a life, and not of her unique values and dreams that come from a deeply life and child-oriented place. For most mothers, the startled chicken trap is their effective reality day after day. A reality that stems from a society conditioning us women and mothers of hustling and stressing and managing all and everyone, and to stay small and to measure our worth by how much we can endure and to chase external validation through endless sacrifices. And foremost, to keep a low profile. This is a strategy to keep a target that is inherently powerful yet does not know it, controlled and submissive. And we women and mothers have been caught in this strategy for centuries, if not for aeons. Now, when our inner world, our truth, our thoughts, our energies, our boundaries, our feelings, our dreams, our experiences, and our outer world, our daily schedule and obligations, how our life is visible and tangible every day, everything that is part of our physical life as a human being, are misaligned, the result is at some point not just fatigue, it becomes systemic chaos and almost always ends in burnout and physical illnesses. That systemic chaos is what we mothers are conditioned to accept as our reality, to stay constantly busy yet deeply unfulfilled, constantly giving and managing, yet without a satisfactory nor nourishing end to this. A reality where the effective reality represented by our children and the societal structures and expectations collide and at some point crash. That conditioned systemic chaos traps us mothers in an endless hamster wheel, having us become startled chickens rather than the sovereign queens we were born to be. Now let's look at these two realities. The startled chicken versus the sovereign mother. As a mother, we operate on a daily basis at an executive level. We therefore not only already possess the skills to produce extraordinary output, we do it day after day after day after day. Life with children is not a reality from 9 to 5, from Monday to Friday. Life with children is a 24/7 over and over and over reality that does not end nor begins at a very specific moment. And so we mothers, we coordinate, we resolve, we organize, we manage, and we execute daily, every day, from Monday to Sunday, and then we start over again, and then again, and then again. Interestingly, it's not a 24/7 fully immersed, dedicated maternal job that is exhausting, exhausting us to the point of bringing so many of us to the edge of a burnout. It's not our immense maternal competence that is exhausting. Competence is never exhausting. Au contraire, competence comes from a place of truth, from our core, and is therefore by its nature enlivening, refreshing, and regulating. Exhausting is the early conditioning of us women and mothers that our competence has no value. We therefore have not developed tools within us to handle our huge competence properly. In addition, value in a devaluating environment is like pouring water on a hot stove. It just simply disappears. And so many of us mothers live a life of complete absence of alignment with our core, our essence, our truth, our values, our dreams. And as we are taught and conditioned to distance ourselves from our truth in order to not serve and love our children, but to submit to the societal expectation. And so we mothers have become functioning, lifeless beings, conditioned and prone to be exploited rather than creative, sovereign beings that we were chosen by nature and Mother Earth and the universe to not only conceive new life, but also to nurture, care for it, and guide it. Yet, our children are the living proof that we mothers are extraordinary. And so again, what is exhausting and brings us mothers to the verge of a burnout is not aligning our immense competence with our values in order to serve and love our children, but to succumb to the structures and expectations of the outer world and their societies. And that means that we mothers basically misuse our immense competence to manage and generate our daily output, yet by doing so, we disable what our competence actually meant to be and do to protect our soul, our life energies, and the ones of our children. Now, by not using our competence as it is meant to be, it means we are also not using one fundamental tool for a healthy, stable, nourishing life: self-expression. Self-expression is what actually makes our life worth living, inherent good, nourished, stable, and solid, as it creates a bridge between our inner world and the outer world, allowing us to be whole and integrated rather than fragmented beings. The natural state of human beings is actually being joyful, happy, and healthy. Yet, when we look at mothers all over the world, most of us are not joyful, are not happy, and are not healthy. Most of us are at the verge of exhaustion and burnout. Most of us mothers live a life without our own truth, without alignment with our cores, our values, and our children suffer because of it. Yet we get things done, but we do it from a place of obligation and duty, which then creates guilt, fear, and crippling exhaustion. From the moment our daily life is filled with duty and guilt and fear and crippling exhaustion, we need to stop. From the moment we have a daily life where we function like machines rather than truly living beings, we need to stop. From the moment we have almost no energy left to love and cuddle and support our children unconditionally, freely, and with laughter on our faces, we need to stop. And we need to stop, dear mama, because having duty, having guilt, fear, and crippling exhaustion in our everyday life means something fundamentally wrong is going on. Duty, guilt, fear, and crippling exhaustions are not supportive, loving, healthy states of being. Au contraire, duty, guilt, and fear and crippling exhaustion are highly unhealthy, eroding states of being. From the moment we are in a hamster wheel and we have become startled chickens and are no more regularly joyful, happy, juicy mamas, we need to stop. Because something fundamentally went wrong along our journey as women and mamas, and the question is, where did our joy and our laughter and our dreams go? Our children need our joy, our laughter, and our dreams. That is what keeps them aligned, what keeps them happy, and allows them to face the challenges of this world now and for the rest of their lives. And so when duty, guilt and fear and crippling exhaustion have become a fact in our lives, we need to stop and remember this. We mothers are born leaders. Our DNA is not an exhausted, startled chicken. Our DNA holds the blueprint of a sovereign queen, and it's time we remember our truth and flip the script that has been forced upon us. And so 2 questions for you today. Number 1, in which area of your daily life are you currently reacting like a startled chicken instead of a sovereign queen? And number 2 is, what is one boundary that you can set today to reclaim your immense competence for yourself and for your children instead of wasting it for societal expectations so that you can protect your vital life energies and your children? Thank you for listening.